and I'm going to explain why I did this. My choice is LeBron.
I'm logging off.
No, listen, bro. You can log off. Listen, you can log off what you want.
But for body, that's valid.
Was no question Shaq to me. Passing, no question. Shaq, are you serious?
You just argued that Shaq was 350 out of shape, and you're going to put him on body? You said his whole career he was like 350.
Bro, did it say athleticism or does it say body?
Body.
All right, so I chose Shaq. He's the hugest body in basketball history. Why are you really arguing that, bro? Cut it out.
Yeah, when you just
Shaq, I chose Shaq for body. He's the most dominant player ever because of his body size. Literally, not because of his skill set, because of his body.
One-on-one, he cannot be guarded.
You chose Yao Ming for body on Rockets. So yeah.
No, you chose Yao Ming for body.
I did. You didn't do the Rockets.
Bro. All right, go ahead.
Right. So I chose him.
Your list is already flawed. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. So you did. Of course I chose him.
Bro, you spent 20 minutes
the fact
calling
that you arguing Shaq right now is crazy. You could have stopped me anywhere else, but you stopped me on Shaq. You looking wild right now. Go ahead.
Because you literally said the man was. Bro, you're bugging. Go ahead. You're right. It's your list. It's your list. Go ahead.
If there's anything Shaq goes on a list for, it's a body list in the Lakers history, bro. Like, come on, like, stop. And yes, he was. It's not denying my point of he was out of shape and all of that shit. So, but guess what? In Shaq's prime, because like you said, he played himself into shape by All-Star game, Mace. So the niggas, his body still had him averaging 37 a game in the finals. So yes, obviously I'm choosing Shaq as body. I literally didn't expect you to have any pushback.
I'm surprised you did, honestly.
And who was your body person again?
LeBron.
Exactly, bro. Stop! Don't ever disrespect me like this again.
Don't
ever disrespect me like that again, bro.
You sound absurd, bro.
Like that again, bro.
You chose
LeBron over Shaq for fucking body.
Dude, 6'9", 250, 1% body fat over someone 7 foot 350 pounds.
About his body fat,
bro. Move on with your list. Move on with your list.
You also said what contributed to his body fat being so low, though.
Balco. Thank you. You gave him credit for Balco. He's not on the list.
Still there, bro. Call it what you want. Look at the number. It's cool. Go ahead.
Lance Armstrong is still there too.
No, he's not. He's barred. He's been kicked out of the Hall of Fame and took everything. Bad point. Moving on, bro.
He never. Yo, salute to the subscribers. Back with another episode. iBall Network Podcast, episode 100. We appreciate all the watchers, man, all the subscribers, all the streamers, everybody that's tapped in with the iBall Network. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. If you're new here, if you like the content, man, hit the share button for us. Hit the like button, man. Help us in the algorithm. We got 4,400 subscribers on YouTube, so thanks again for that. Almost to 50K on Facebook. And almost 9,000 on Instagram. So like I said, all the love we getting, heavily appreciated. And we will be giving y'all a lot of content. So just make sure you tapped in and double tap that subscribe button too. But yeah, man, I'm your host, Jay Meeks. I got my guys in the building with me as always. Got my guy Scoob in the building. What's up, my boy?
Hey, what it do, man? King MOE, iBall Network. You ain't got to like it, but you got to respect it, man. Got to. My guy Mace in the building. What's good, Mace?
What's going on, man? We back in the building, ready to get it back shaking for all those who've been walking off with the iBall Network content. Let's go ahead and bring it back home.
Oh yeah, man. I forgot about that, man. We're gonna get it. We're gonna tap into y'all later. If y'all gonna use our content, man, just salute the squad, man. We are at the iBall Network on all platforms. You can add us as a collaborator. You can add us on YouTube. And our social medias are on the screen. So follow us on all social medias. And yeah, man, but if you're gonna use the content, man, just show love, man. Stop cutting out my logo. You know, we worked hard to get to this point, man. So appreciate us.
To show love, nigga.
Thank you, man. Costs nothing, man. And especially you got paid ads. You got paid ads running on our content. So salute the iBall Network while you got the paid ad running on your joint, man. You got the Game Time app? Yeah, man. Salute the Game Time, man. Tap in with the iBall Network, man. That's our content that y'all just reusing for like 20 minutes. But yeah, anyways, we'll get into that later though. But let's get into the first topic, man. We get straight into this episode 100, like I said before. So we've been putting in this work for a good minute. Yeah. So first topic we'll get into is, well, the Hall of Fame ceremony just happened, so we'll tap into a couple of Hall of Fame topics, and we'll start off with, what do you think is the greater achievement, winning a championship or making the Hall of Fame? Go ahead, Scoob. How you feel about it?
So it's a tough conversation to have, because we see in real time that people diminish certain people's Hall of Fame inductions because they don't have a championship. So it's like, deep down, it's people who feel like an NBA champion's Hall of Fame induction means more than the next one who doesn't have a championship. And it's like the NBA championship has been put on a pedestal and held in such a high regard that my personal opinion is that the general public reveres the NBA championship more than the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? Now, I feel like they both hold equal weight. I mean, long, big picture, the Hall of Fame should mean more than the NBA championship, because, but you're being immortalized either way. You know what I'm saying? Because you got people who've won NBA championships who don't even come close to having a half resume, and then you have people who have undeniable half resumes who never had the opportunity to win a championship. So I guess it's more subjective than anything, and which one you care about more personally. I mean, not just as a player, but as a consumer, as a person who says they love basketball, and you sit back and watch it, and you've watched generations of basketball being played. Is to me, it's subjective. What do you care more about? Do you want to see your favorite player win a Hall of Fame? I mean, get a Hall of Fame induction without a championship? Does it matter? You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a conversation that needs to be had.
How you feel, Mace?
I went back and forth about it. It used to be pretty clear cut and dry. It used to be the championship, because the championship meant more, because that was etched in stone for a lot of people. Because championship, like you said, it defined how great you really were. A lot of people say that's why, even if they don't know ball like that, your name thinks Jordan, 6 of 6. He won championships. That's what he did. Scottie Pippen is even in the conversation he's in because he has 6 championships. So titles hold a lot of weight. But the problem is, you got people like Adam Morrison with multiple championships, and it's like, is this nigga? Like, who is this guy? Like, you know what I'm saying? When you start looking at Sasha Vujacic, it's like, wait a minute. Like, so the championship doesn't hold weight unless you were a key contributor on that team. So I think that criteria has got to be important. If you didn't play, if you were DJ Mbanga, you don't get to talk about being an NBA champion. You don't get to.
Salute
like
Mbanga.
You know what I'm saying? Like you sitting in a bar, and they like, yo, you remember DJ Mbanga? Who's that? That bruh, yeah. So, but here's the vice versa. Does anybody know who Calvin Murphy is?
Yep.
You know who Calvin Murphy is, right?
Yep.
Yes. Calvin Murphy's in the Hall of Fame. Like, when you start looking at certain people's resumes, you start being like, why are you in the Hall of Fame? Like, you average like 7. No, okay. Perfect example. Draymond's going to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm not disrespecting, buddy. But if you just take numbers and throw them in there, you're going to be like, how's this dude in the Hall of Fame averaging 7.7 rebounds, 7 assists? Like, you'll see that. It takes a lot of context for certain people in the Hall of Fame to justify it. Now, that's not a knock on Draymond, but there's dudes in the Hall of Fame who literally are just in the Hall of Fame because they played in the Negro era and what they did off the court was so big during the Hall of Fame. But when you look at their stats, it's like, bruh, you played 2 seasons, averaged 6 points, no 2 rebounds, and shot like 32%. You shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. So context means a lot. So because of that, I'm still going to take Hall of Fame because there's less people in the Hall of Fame who are deserving, then there's less people with championship rings who are deserving. Because you got to think, you're only going to count really the starting five, maybe the two important guys off the bench. After that, the other 5, 6 dudes, you don't even know what the hell you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got one for the sake of getting one. So I'm going to sit on Hall of Fame just because you can find more people who deserve to be in the Hall of Fame than deserve to have championships.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with pretty much everything both of y'all said. To me, when School said it at the beginning, when he said that both of them are kind of the same, that's how I felt. It was like hard for me to decide which one is better. But if I had to decide, I'd probably say championship is better for me, just because Hall of Fame is kind of subjective at a certain point, and a championship is a championship. You worked hard to get to the championship. So yeah, if you're Adam Morrison and Mbanga and them, obviously it don't really mean as much, but they still got a ring. They still was on the roster when you look them up, but obviously they can't have no arguments and no real conversations. And but when they talking to their grandkids, they gonna be like, bro, me and Kobe won a championship together. You know what I'm saying? So but as a Hall of Famer, yeah, like that shows your longevity and your hard work and all of that stuff. Everybody can't make the Hall of Fame. So, but there is some questionable guys in there. That's why it's questionable guys who won the championship because they didn't have a good big role, and then it's questionable guys that's in the Hall of Fame that some of them just have international presence and or college resumes, and now they in the Hall of Fame. So yeah, I would choose a championship just because it's like if I was on any championship team, no matter what role I had, I would feel like I made it all the way there. And same thing if I went to the Hall of Fame, or if I seen somebody go to the Hall of Fame. But I just feel like the championship in the end, the Hall of Fame. If you're Kobe and Jordan type of, then the Hall of Fame and the championship mean the same thing. But if you're Yao Ming and you made the Hall of Fame and didn't win a championship, it's like you won a championship because you're a Hall of Famer. So it just depends on who you're talking to. It depends on what player you asking. And as far as Draymond Green, I don't think Draymond should be in the Hall of Fame, bro. There's no way on earth Draymond should be in the Hall of Fame. And it ain't just the 7, 7, and 7, but that is obviously what we got to look at, and that it just discredits the Hall of Fame if a guy can have those numbers and he made the Hall just because he was on a championship team. Then Derek Fisher should be in the Hall of Fame. Robert Ory should be in the Hall of Fame ASAP if Draymond Green just gets to get shooed into the Hall of Fame. So give me Robert Ory, give me all of the dudes who was good complimentary players and didn't get and they won some championships, but they don't get no credit like that. Draymond Green ain't no all NBA player like that. He's a great defender, but see, but he's a
It's
great defender
questionable.
in this era. In this era, he's a great defender. You got to give
Oh,
him that.
yeah. Fair.
I'm not saying but compared to all the other great defenders, yeah, he's at the bottom of the list.
He's a
So
great defender in the small ball era.
Yes.
yeah,
Because early 2000s, when almost every team in the West had 3 7-footers,
yeah,
He
exactly.
would have
Draymond,
been barbecue chicken.
yeah,
Andrew Bynum would have cooked that boy, bro.
Draymond wouldn't have
That
been in the league.
18-year-old Andrew Bynum would have.
And young Andrew Bynum would have embarrassed that boy.
What?
Draymond wouldn't have been in the league back then because he would have had to play small forward, and he can't play that in the league.
Nope. Hell, he would have been undersized at the small forward.
Yeah, bro. He just Charles Oakley in
Yeah.
the shorter league.
Don't disrespect Charles Oakley. But all right, we can go on to the next topic unless y'all got any last thoughts on that.
This is actually the perfect segue into the next topic.
Yeah,
Yes.
facts. Yeah, so next topic is so the fans are glazing LeBron and saying that he's the GOAT because he made the Hall of Fame as an active player. So, and I'll just start off and be and quick on brief on this one. If you gotta say if you gotta just make up reasons, like you gotta make like because he made the Hall of Fame as a redeemed team player. So the
Mhm.
team made the Hall of Fame. LeBron has yet to make the Hall of Fame as an individual. So for y'all to say that, like, and I seen it like at least 20 of y'all saying it online and making these super Krispy Kreme glazed LeBron posts talking about he's no question the GOAT, man. Look, he's an active player and now he's in the Hall of Fame. But Chris Paul made the Redeem Team Hall of Fame too. He's an active player.
Yep.
So does that make him the greatest point guard that we ever saw? So it's just foolishness, man. How y'all feel about it, man?
I feel the same way. The proper headline was the fact that LeBron James and Chris Paul were the only two active players in history to get that orange jacket, but they didn't get it because of their individual resumes. Is because the 2008 Redeem Team was inducted into the Hall of Fame, which gives Kobe his second Hall of Fame induction. He's now twice a Hall of Famer. You feel me? Which
And
adds
and
to his GOAT conversation.
yeah, and I don't feel like Kobe was already the GOAT to me personally. But if you got Mike number one, I ain't mad at that too. So one or two, Kobe and Mike is interchangeable. But Kobe ain't more of the GOAT or number two just because he got another Hall of Fame induction, bro. And it's about the timing of the Redeem Team. Like they could have did this 5 years from now, and then would it have been when LeBron was active? No. Like y'all just because they decided to do it this year, now it's supposed to be this big deal on everybody's resume. It's just stupid,
Mhm.
man.
And then speaking of Kobe and Mike, both of their Team USA records combined are 66 and 0.
Yeah, never lost.
So y'all let that shit sizzle in your spirit. But
Like
I
LeVar said,
mean,
never
the
lost.
the the bronze sexuals are going to cherry pick and look for every reason possible that they can to put LeBron at the front of the line.
Yep,
Because a lot of people didn't even catch up to the fact that it was a Redeem Team induction because the glaze was so aggressive that people were like, yo, they already gave Bron his orange jacket and he ain't
yep.
even retired
All
yet,
they
but it's
saw was the
like
picture of him in the orange jacket and didn't even watch the
Finally. Like,
ceremony.
took it
Yeah,
and ran with it, bro.
shit
And
is
then people
crazy.
had to be like, pump your brakes, my nigga, because
Yeah,
he was on stage with Chris Paul, Tayshaun Prince, Carlos Boozer. Like, no, it was a team induction, bro.
yeah, because I hadn't watched the ceremony yet, and I was like, "Hey, man, did Tayshaun Prince and Carlos Boozer make the Hall of Fame, bro? What the no, what the fuck? No disrespect to them niggas, but man, what is going on here, bro?" I'm like, "Nah,
What
is
is
this real?
happening right now? I saw that beard, that bald head. I'm like, I know that ain't booze.
Tayshaun is in a Hall of Fame jacket?
I know that
What
ain't
happened?
booze.
What happened? I need some context."
What did I miss?
Yeah, and then they said redeem time. I'm like, "Oh shit, whew." I thought Tayshaun made the Hall of Fame, dog.
You feel me?
Like for real. I thought like it was the world was gonna flood or something, bro. If Tayshaun made the Hall of Fame. I saw his whole career. I'm like, man, let me go back and look at his stats, bro. Maybe,
yeah, if
maybe
he
I
made
just
it,
forgot his whole career.
if he made it, Rashard Lewis is on the next ballot.
Oh God. Put Rashad up ASAP, first ballot.
Hit him up, get him in there tomorrow.
Yeah. Birdman too. Shit.
Facts, get him on there.
But nah, salute to Tayshaun and Carlos Boozer, bro. I just was like, hey man, something's going on.
Who else? Chris
But
Yep,
we
Bosh.
actually did the research before we went online, talking
jumping out
stupid,
the window.
acting like because they got on an orange jacket that they're all of a sudden some type of player that they wasn't. So, you know. But you got any what's your thoughts on the Glaze, Mace? No Diddy.
Um, I think if anything, coming off of Scoop said, it means more for Kobe to me because let's be clear about something. What was the name of this team again? The Redeem
Redeem
Team.
team.
Just call it what you want.
Whose team is
Just
that?
like they've done with LeBron James' career, they want to wipe out all the BS and the negativity and the failures that he had to make him the GOAT. The only reason there was a Redeem Team is because y'all self-appointed king couldn't get it done. So we don't want to mention that though, right? He's inducted for being on a team that Kobe saved, but the team that he was the head of couldn't get it done. But we're not going to discuss that, right? Because we want to leave that part in the shadows. That's how stupid this Glaze is. Y'all, he made it for the Redeem Team. Pause. He's on the Redeem Team because the Dream Team that he was ahead of couldn't get it done.
LeBron's.
Thank you.
They
The
lost to
LeBron.
France and Spain and
Thank
all
you.
type of stuff.
The LeBron James led Dream Team, because let's be clear, every era had their Dream Team. You know what I'm saying? This was LeBron James's Dream Team era, and they failed. They failed. And then, just like his career, somebody came and saved his ass, and then he gets the credit, and then all the other ones are like, oh, look what LeBron did. Like you said, we didn't mention Chris Paul still active. We didn't talk about that, though. But it's the same thing, but we're not going to mention that for Chris Paul because it's not as bolstering to his resume. They're just always trying to find stupid reasons to help LeBron. And that's why you guys should love the iBall Network more than anything. It's not that we hate the dude, it's the fact that we're adding context that you guys want to leave out. He's on the Redeem Team because the Dream Team he led failed. Act like you can't say that. Like, oh, LeBron, he's been in the conference finals this many times. Say how many times you lost. LeBron, bring up the whole stat, because with any other player, Kobe, Jordan, anyone, you want to name something negative about them that they've done. But with LeBron James, you want to forget all the negative and act like everything he's done is like walk on water. Like, bro. And that's the thing that makes it the most nauseating. That's why we call y'all Bronsexuals, because no matter what he does, you're going to top him off, even if he legitimately loses every game for the rest of his career. It's over. He's still the GOAT. No, he's not. You got to put context.
To your point, read the comments on the video that we made about when LeBron was in China missing all of them shots. And the dudes is on there saying, bruh, LeBron shooting left-handed. Bruh.
He wasn't even trying, bro.
He wasn't trying. Bruh, one of them said, no, 10 of them said, look, this video is backwards. Look at the court. It's backwards. Bro, look at the court. The words never move on the court, dog. Y'all just making up anything. They said the video's back, so he had to have shot all of them left-handed because the video's backwards, so showing them shooting right-handed, but they really left-handed because the video got to be backwards. But the word mission is on the court and it's not moving. Like y'all do it's crazy.
I do one better, and I compared it. This is what y'all stupid. The same move that he was doing during those shots, go watch LeBron James training video. He does the same dribble, step right, pull shot. It's his training routine, you dummies. So all of a sudden, he's just playing around, but he's doing his training routine during the shoot around. The same hard bounce step right shot, hard bounce step left shot. The same. If you ever watch LeBron James train, that's his training regimen. So let's get this straight. He's playing around there and missing shots, but when he's training, he's missing shots, and he's just
delusional.
He's stupid. It makes no sense.
Delusional. That's why I don't even be responding to y'all 90% of the times. It's just like I'm just gonna look at them and laugh.
Last thing about this, I'm gonna throw this out. Y'all gonna the story. Paul Pierce, and we always gonna bring it back to Kobe because y'all skip over it. Paul Pierce, do you remember the story he told about the commercial with Kobe?
Yeah.
Even in a commercial that's scripted, paid, laid, and everything, Kobe still was like, "You're not about to score me. Like, what are you talking about?"
Reggie Miller
like,
too.
Yeah, he's like, "Bro, wait, it's just a commercial. Calm down." Kobe's like, "You're not about to shoot scoring on me, nigga. You crazy."
The Air Force.
Oh, the second coming?
The second coming.
Yeah.
We shooting that commercial. So I'm one-on-one with Kobe, right? And, this is a commercial. We acting. Mm-hmm. They like, make a move. He going to make a move. So I'm making the move. He ripped me. I'm like, I look at him like, hey. So I make a move again, kind of like today. He knocked the ball out again. I'm like, dude, this is a commercial. We trying to make it look good. And so now we're in a full-blown one-on-one. Like sweating. But that's just cold.
No lie. On my mom, bro, I went to Jordan's basketball camp on my own. Quick plug. I went to Jordan's basketball camp. I got pictures, prove it if you want. I got to play one-on-one with Jordan for a pair of the Jordan Pros when they came out. You had to shoot free throw line, three-point line, and each of the hashes. When I tell you the first shot I took, he put his hand up. He was like, fuck out of here. And it was for a free pair of Jordans that was already there. My man, and I have the picture. I will send it to y'all.
Send it to us so I can put it on the screen.
I took the first shot. He went like this, hand up. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, I'm 11. I'm like, I'm trying to get a shot up. Even just at a camp shooting a free, he still was like, you're not going to get it free. You're not going to get it easy. But for some reason, LeBron got to put work in like, oh, no, he ain't trying. Oh, nigga, he was trying. He just can't shoot. Just call it what it is.
Hey, and that's crazy. And Reggie Miller said the same thing about Kobe. Remember, he said they was on the real world together, and Kobe asked him to play 1-on-1, and Kobe was trying to dog him in 1-on-1 against in front of the little real world MTV cast and shit.
Yep.
Niggas cannot turn their competitiveness off, bro.
Real
it's like it's at all times, bro. All times. Love that shit, man.
Yeah, Kyrie was got there. He got a viral video cooking like 4-year-olds, 6-year-olds.
Facts.
Kyrie was dribbling in circles and dead ass serious about them little 8-year-olds and 7-year-olds and shit. It was crazy. Yeah, man. Everybody can get the smoke, man. I'm tired. I'll be tired of people complaining, man. Y'all get out my comments too, man. Talking about, hey, man, why bro got a hat on? Why bro got on this? Bro, I don't care, bro. Bro came out here to hoop. All I did was show up, put the camera up, and I'm hooping. Whoever show up on the court getting cooked, bro. That's what it is. I'm gonna be here for about 2-3 hours, and whether you D1 or never didn't hoop or whatever, if you running, you getting cooked, man.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But yeah, let's get on to the next topic, man.
Oh, yes, sir.
All right, man. This topic is not outdated. We haven't talked about it yet. I mean, the topic is outdated as far as, it's been spoke on enough. But this specific portion of it, we need to touch on this because I'm tired of the stupid narratives out there, man. So, how many chips would T-Mac and Shaq have won together during the same years Shaq and Kobe played together and won those championships, and why? Let me go first on this one, man.
Please do.
Scoob got the number up right there. Donut, man. T-Mac and Shaq. Shaq talking about we would have won. We still could have got some. We could have got 3. You don't think I could have got 3? You don't think I could have got 3 with T-Mac? And with the Morris twins right there.
T-Mac made a statement the other day, and I'm going to answer after you guys answer. He said, if you switch him and Kobe out, as far as playing with me, the outcome is the same. You agree or disagree? You don't think I could have won 3 with T-Mac? I think I could have.
Bro, no, bro. Now, I say 0. Now, maybe there was a chance that some injuries and shit happened. But if we talking about shit going exactly how it went, you're not getting out the West, bro. You're not coming out the West with T-Mac and Shaq on the team. None of those years. Now, if you made it to the finals, yeah, you had a good finals matchup, but you was not going to get past Portland, the Kings, San Antonio. All of them was going to barbecue chicken T-Mac and Shaq because Shaq plays lazy defense. It barely gets up and down the court. Horrible free throw shooter, so you can't put him at the end of games. And I'll pull up T-Mac's numbers. I seen it earlier. T-Mac, when he was on the Raptors, he was averaging 15 in like 30 minutes, 31 minutes or something like that. And then he
That
went
was
to
like
then he went to the
19,
Magic
20
and got
years
like
ago.
27 on 40 minutes. And he's shooting a lot more shots and stuff like that. T-Mac was fired, don't get me wrong. But T-Mac was a decent defender, regular defender, capable defender, but he wasn't on nobody's defensive teams for a reason. And he had all of the athleticism and the wingspan and the capability, the foot speed, the footwork to be a great defender, and he just wasn't. So the reason why the Lakers won three in a row because they had a lockdown, the best perimeter defender in the NBA is why they won those three championships. Not because they just had Shaq, but a lot of y'all dummies didn't actually watch, and you can go watch the whole series back and actually see. I already watched it back again, and I seen it in real time, and we know what it was already, bro. It was a two-man show, a two-headed monster in Shaq and Kobe, and but T Mac was not going to be able to fill those shoes and be the same person that Kobe was on the defensive end in order for them to make it through the West. It just was impossible, bro. They went to Game 7, get the with the Kings. They took Portland 7 games or 6 games. Like you're not making it past the Spurs. Like man, they would have clamped T Mac. The Spurs would have clamped T Mac up, dog. And T Mac wouldn't have been able to guard on the other end. That's another thing. Before I know I don't want to take all the points, but the last thing I'm gonna say is bro, Kobe was averaging 30 and all first team all defense, T Mac. So you're averaging 28 and 30 and 29, but you don't play defense on the other end like that. So you get to just take the night off and just shoot all the shots. Kobe got to guard the best player and shoot all the shots. So you trying to tell me you can translate that energy into what Kobe was doing in order to win those championships? Stop it, bro. Cut it out. Stop it, Shaq. Go ahead, Mace.
Oh man, I'll give him one.
What
That's
year?
just me. Um, actually, I got it right here. Hold on. I will give them.
Because I might let him get a year too, but
No, the
it
only year I'll
depends.
probably give him. Hold on, I got it right here. The only year I'm going to give them is 2000, and actually the year two. I'll probably give them the year 2000. Only reason I'm going to give them probably. I'm sorry, no, my bad. 2001,
Hell
my bad,
no.
my bad. 2000, 2001 season.
I forgot
Only
about
reason
the
I'm going to
Jazz and the Mavericks
Over
too.
Philly.
Yeah, only reason I'm going to give them that is like you said, it was the competition they played. That was the most games T Mac had played as that point when
Hmm.
they were in their window. T Mac was playing 67 games, 70 games, 49 games, 64. He wasn't hitting them 70 numbers. So that was the year I'll give him because that was the closest he ever played to a full season. In
Okay.
that season, he averaged 27, 7.5, 4.5. So, and the who they played. But and I'm not giving it to them like it's clear. Like, that's the only way you'll see me go, you probably get out the West, but you'll probably get that one. But that's it. And for me, it's really, really simple. And Shaq talks so much, I don't think Shaq understands sometimes what he be saying. So Shaq said out of his own mouth, Penny was the best player, hands down. He was ready to play, ready to go. He came in, he's what Kobe was trying to be, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
You didn't win with Penny, bro. So if you can't win with the person that you said was the best player
Good point.
that you ever played with, besides up to Kobe, because Penny was colder than Kobe because Kobe wasn't Penny, because Penny was that when he walked in the gym.
Hmm.
So you're telling me you couldn't win a chip with the coldest person that you've ever played with, but you're going to win a chip with the fourth coldest person you've ever played with, who's injury prone, who doesn't play any defense? That doesn't make any sense. Shaq, that literally makes no sense. Like, that's what I'm saying. He talks so much, he don't listen to himself. Now, after that, here's the second reason not going to work. And this is the point that you hit on, Meeks, but I'm going to take it in a little bit of a different direction that you're going to like. You wouldn't have got those chips because you wouldn't have had anybody on that team to call you fat, nigga. Let's be clear. T-Mac wouldn't have called you fat. T-Mac wouldn't have called you lazy. T-Mac wouldn't have went to the coach about you. T-Mac would have shut his clown ass up and let you do what you want and bring your ass into camp 350 pounds with a Big Mac in your hands and play basketball. See, the problem was you had to get in shape because you had those team meetings. Said it out of your mouth. Had those team meetings where you were about to scrap Kobe, where you was getting told by Bus that you were out of shape, where Phil was telling you get your shit together. See, there was nobody to hold you accountable if T-Mac was there, because T-Mac could be like, I ain't gonna say nothing, that's Shaq. But you had to have a person who stood in your back and said, hey, nigga, you fat. Do something about it. That's clear. Back. You had that.
Kobe Bryant slashing and hammering home.
What's the problem? Why couldn't you coexist?
Well, I'm obsessive, and I believe we need to work night and day, figure out how to get to where we need to go. And he wanted to do it a different way.
What do we want down there at the other end?
Five leg, I ain't touching that.
My side leg, all right?
And so there was constant challenge there to get that done, but I wasn't going back down from him. He felt I should play a certain way, give the ball into him. I said, I'll give the ball into you if you work. You don't work, you don't get the ball. He said, throw me the ball. No, work. I never pulled any punches. What you see is what you get, man.
Shaq's problem is he's never had accountability his whole career until he got with Kobe and Phil. And the moment he had accountability in his career, what did he do? He was successful. He stopped liking accountability and took his ass and played for 4 or 5 other different teams at the end of his career, looking stupid, fat, and injured every year. That's the truth. I'm not being disrespectful. It's a fact. You can look it up. The only year he had any motivation was what? The year they won after they got rid of him because he was pissed off and he wanted to prove he could still get that $100 million and win that chip. And what did he do after that chip? Nothing.
And he finally dropped all the weight that the Lakers
grew a goatee and put all that weight back on that you said you were going to put on every year. And guess what happened? See, and third point, and I'm having you scoop, and this is the cleanest point you're going to get from me. Shaq, the only reason you were able to be dominant in the playoffs because Kobe carried your stupid ass during the regular season because you had to play your dumb ass in the basketball shape because you were too big. You came in out of shape. Kobe carried that team until you got your ass underweight and started running up and down the court and started getting your scrimmages in and started getting back on deck, which is around All-Star break. You started ramping it up because you got it together. Who was carrying the team up to that? It was Kobe, nigga. Him. He was the one. Go look at
the first 3 rounds in the playoffs and the first and the fourth quarters of every game.
That's what I'm saying. Go look at the scoring streaks, fool. Go look at what are you talking about? T-Mac couldn't have done that because number one, no one pushed you. Number two, T-Mac was just injury as everybody else. And like you said, he didn't play defense. Even though T-Mac wasn't injured at this point, he just shot. He just shot the ball. He was just Luka. Not being disrespectful, Luka, you could score all the points. That's what you do. You can score. But you don't play defense, and then you're getting picked on. That's what you did.
And one thing we didn't say, too, before you go, Scoop, T-Mac, you ain't make it out the first round.
Talk about it.
You never made out the first round. You trying to tell me what Yao, Ron Artest, and Skip Tamalu, and all these players that you had that you couldn't never make it out the first round. Grant Hill, Vince Carter, never made it out the
50,
first
60
round.
games a year, though.
Never made out the first round, but you're going to win a championship just because you got lazy-ass 390-pound Shaq? Fuck out of here. Go ahead,
You've been in 50 games a year, but you ain't got the first. Get out of here, bro. Stop it.
Stop it, bro.
Your relationship with Shaq is one of the most intriguing relationships in all pro sports.
Yeah.
Were you guys ever at a point where you just wouldn't even speak?
No, because we were very, very direct. Like I said before, I'm very straightforward. I don't care if you're 7'2" or 6'2". If I got an issue with you, I'm going to let you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so no, because we're always speaking. Just sometimes it was more volatile than others.
Right.
But we're always speaking, always direct.
What was your biggest, where would you say the biggest problem with your communication? Was it, Shaq not coming to
it wasn't,
season in shape?
Well, it's funny. When we sat down, we did the interview together. He finally copped to the fact that after we won championships, he was like, okay, I can just relax and coast over the summer because I know I got a teammate who's going to be training 8-10 hours a day. I was like, see, that's the BS.
That would piss me off.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Right.
That's the issue.
One thing I know I got a guy that's going to be ready. Mm-hmm. So I admit a lot of times I didn't come into camp ready because that's just how I got done. Because my thing is, I don't need to get ready for Duncan. Right. I don't need to get ready. I'll get ready when I get ready. So because I had you, I was able to just chill out in the summer. do what I do.
See, that's what pissed me off. That was it right there. That was.
Listen, I got beat up. I got hack and shack. I was tired, man. I ain't doing no work. I'm going home. I'm swimming. Me and Uncle Jerome, we sipping pina coladas. We eating burgers.
My ass is in the gym 10 hours a day.
One thing I know I got a kid that's going to give me 40 wherever he wants to. So
I got to a point in my career where it was rumblings, some of it created by him, that, you know, Kobe can't win without me. And it was like, hold up. No, it's not true.
Right.
It's not true. I'm not going to retire and have people hold that over my head. I said, no, let's find out. So it was just time to go separate ways.
So that
fourth
really
time in the finals, thanks to that man right over there.
if I didn't have you, I would have probably, wore my body out, just try to get ready, just try to get it back again.
But it worked out for us, because I came back and I wanted to do more, right? And I think you playing yourself in the shape throughout the course of the season gave me the opportunity to do more and to expand, to try different things and push different things. And then when you got in shape, it was hard then to try to dial that back. Right? Because I'm out there going 40, 45, 50, all sorts of stuff. It feels like, okay, we got to rein you back in now. Rein me back in for what? No, I'm not getting reined back in, no. I knew the fire that I lit. I knew what I said. You knew what you said. And you said, okay, this is it. It's coming to a head. We're going to go in here. We're going to be grown men about it. We're going to fight it out. And then what comes out of it, comes out of it. And that's just is what it is at that point.
As a coach, you see guys want to have a space that they kind of define as, this is my area. Kobe's saying, don't talk about my game. I won't talk about yours.
Go ahead, Scoop.
So y'all pretty much got this shit laid out. But I will say this. Talent-wise, you and Shaq would have shook up shit. I won't deny it.
Yeah.
But Kobe, the reason why Kobe was able to take the Lakers to the mountaintop, because Kobe was more than just talent. Kobe was also, more than anything, the mentality. You know what I'm saying? You have to lock in here before you even step on the court, before you even go to the gym, before you even dress down in the locker room. That was and that was Kobe, because it has to be something that clicks up here when you say, not only am I going to bust niggas' ass on the offensive end, but I'm looking for the toughest matchup on the perimeter, and I'm committing myself to that shit. Same thing with the Redeem team. He went to Coach K and said, I want to guard their best perimeter guard every fucking game. You walk into Coach K's office before you even put the uniform on for the first time and said, and the first thing out of your mouth was defense. I want to guard their best perimeter player on every team throughout the course of the Olympics. That's mentality, bro. T-Mac, you did not have that. Did you have the talent? Absolutely. Fucking 6'8", 6'9", fucking 7-foot wingspan.
40-inch vert.
40-inch vertical. You had the talent, bro. You, hoop-wise, you would have been all right, but you didn't have the mentality, bro. To go back to that Houston team that he couldn't get out the first round with. You led that team to a 22-game win streak, which at the time was the third highest regular season win streak in NBA history. It's down to like number 5 now because Golden State broke it and LeBron with Miami broke it. So it's like a number 5 all-time win streak. But bro, you couldn't get it done with them. And this is at the time where Yao Ming was developed as a center and was actually going head up with Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yao Ming and Shaquille O'Neal have a documentary called Centers of the Universe. It's actually pretty dope if you ain't never seen it. But when Yao Ming first came into the league, Yao was soft.
Big soft.
Because that style of basketball overseas outside of USA wasn't nearly as physical. So the fact that you had a developed Yao Ming, who had the best free throw percentage of all centers in the league, who was shooting well over 80% from the free throw line. You had Ron Artest, who was going to do all the dirty work. You had Skip. You had a decent enough team to at least make it out the first round. And that shit hurt my heart as a resident Rockets fan. To see my team, my T-Mac led team, have that much talent where you're finishing top 4 in the West and you can't even get out the first fucking round, but you thought you was gonna make it out the West and win rings with Shaq. If you were going to win one ring, if I had to give you one ring, I might consider the year that they went head up with Iverson in the finals. Because truth be told, the Lakers had no business dropping that one game against Philly.
Facts.
They would have been a clean sweep of the entire playoffs, 16-0. And the only
If T
reason
Mac was
why,
on the team, they would not. They wouldn't even. They would have went to Game 7 or lost to the Spurs. Though they swept the Spurs with David Robinson and Tim Duncan that year, wasn't it?
yeah, and then peep this.
Yeah, they would have got
The
their ass
only
whooped by the
the
Spurs.
only reason why I would even consider if I had to give T Mac a ring with the Lakers was against Philly because T Mac wouldn't have been the one that had to go to Iverson.
T Mac, man, T Mac wasn't ready,
T
bro.
Mac would not had to have dealt with the headache of guard Iverson.
Mm.
From a numbers
You can't
standpoint,
guard Iverson, bro. There's no way.
No, he couldn't if he tried, bro.
real quick, just for Scoop, to bolster Scoop's point, them years, he won 51, 52, 55, and 53 games all those years, 4 straight years. 51, 34 injury year, 52, 55, 53. He didn't win anything less than 450 games for those 5 years from 2004 to 2009. And Kobe at that time was still winning championships. What are you talking about, bro? Like, you're
And
not winning. At your peak, you were winning 55 games, bro. In the West was dog fighting at the time. And you won 55 games that you're arguing that you're going to come out the West, but you couldn't get out the first round when you won 55 games and 50 games more than 4 times of those 5 years. Get out of here, bro.
hey, to your point, to add to Scoop and your point, those same 5 years from 2005 to 2009, Yao Ming, 23 and 10, 25 in two blocks, 25 and 10 and two blocks, 22 and 11 and two blocks, 20 and 10 and two blocks during those years. So you had way more than enough, bro.
This
Kobe out
man was
here.
a walking double-double, and big men in the West, every team you played, you had smoke. Even if the team was trash, every team in the West had a big man that was going to make you play basketball.
Yep.
Yeah. And let's see. Pau Gasol in his prime. Uh Pau Gasol was
I'm looking
Kobe.
at that right now, too.
Pau Gasol Pau Gasol's best Pau Gasol's Kobe best teammate for a 3 championship run. Only reason they lost the other one is because Bynum got hurt. Pau Gasol, has he ever had a 25 in anything year? No. The most points he ever averaged was 20 points in 2 years in his last 2 years in Memphis. Then with the Lakers, 18, 18, 18, 18, 17, 13, 17, 18, 16 on Chicago, 12 and 10. Didn't do nothing with his career after he left Kobe. But during his prime, he was a mediocre, he was a good player, but he wasn't an all NBA player like that. And he had one All NBA before he got to the Lakers, if I remember correctly. But 25 and 10 and two blocks is what T Mac had on his team.
Hey, Kobe's last championship in 2010, the second best player on his team averaged 17 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Didn't even average 20 and 10. Yao Ming lived in 20 and 10, over 2010. His second best player couldn't average double. His center couldn't average double-digit rebounds. Get out of here, bro. Cut it out.
And it's still
And
big.
you could put Yao on the free throw line.
Thank you.
And Yao was an underrated passer in the pick and roll. If you remember, him and Steve Francis used to go crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, bro.
But nah, T-Mac, hey,
we,
bro, in your prime, you was cold as fuck, but you didn't have it up here, bro.
T Mac was that dude, but you're not Kobe,
You
bro.
wasn't getting no rings with Shaq, bro.
You was that nigga, but you wasn't Kobe.
I would have loved to see it, but if we being real about it, nah, you can shut that shit down, bro. On to the next.
Yeah.
One of the greatest offensive players we ever seen, one of the greatest skilled players we ever seen. T Mac is if I had a top 5 one-on-one players list, T Mac is on it. Toughest dude that Kobe probably ever had to guard, T Mac. But you're not Kobe, my boy. after all that. But yes, all right, let's go slide to the next topic. All right, we're gonna go straight to the build your perfect player list. So I'll put that on the screen so y'all know what it is. So we're gonna build the perfect player with the Lakers and the Rockets. Um, we'll do the Rockets first. Go ahead, Scoop. Do your Rockets list.
All right, so Pete, like I was telling Meeks, this random video came up on my For You page on TikTok where these brothers was sitting down, um, podcast format, and they had this template with these 9 categories on it where they build a perfect player. Everybody, I mean, if you watch iBall, you know I'm the resident Rockets fan, and it just so happened that the video that popped up on my For You page was them making the perfect Rockets player. The 9 categories are shooting, IQ, defense, scoring, athleticism, rebounding, body, handles, and passing. Whoever you pick for the category, you can only use them once, and you can use anybody who ever played for that team, past or present. So I'm gonna start with shooting. I picked James Harden because statistically, he has a lot of franchise records for the Rockets in shooting. He literally helped change the way shooting is being done in the league, as far as the way he creates shots, the way he's able to shoot off the dribble. I mean, people absolutely hate his double, triple, quadruple step back, but everybody was doing that shit. But as far as being able to hit difficult shots and create his own shots, when he had that prime Mohawk Harden run with Houston, it was undeniable whether you liked it or not. You could not stop this nigga from shooting. And 90% of his shots weren't even catch and shoot. They were off the dribble, him creating his own shots, splitting double teams, you name it. I don't my alternative picks I feel like could fit in that category. Fred VanVleet, Eric Gordon, and by technicality, only because he hasn't played a game in the Rockets uniform yet. I didn't pick Kevin. I didn't pick Kevin Durant as my primary on any of these, but he is honorable mention in a couple of them. So other than James Harden, I could have went Fred, Kevin Durant, Eric Gordon.
You definitely cannot pick Kevin Durant. He has not played.
And I was like, nah, that's cheating, bro, because he ain't even laced them up yet.
I ain't even thinking him because clearly he ain't played a minute. Like, cut it out.
So IQ, Mace is going to run home and call his mom and dad about this one. I got Chris Paul for IQ. The only other...
That's my IQ player,
The only other people I could have plugged into that spot...
That's an easy pick, Paul, bro.
Right. I could have went Olajuwon, Clyde
Jackson. Olajuwon it is. Okay.
But the
Olajuwon could go in other positions, though.
The reason why I did not put Olajuwon for IQ, because for me, he was the clear choice for defense.
Listen to me. No. I have no problem with putting Chris Paul there. I talk a lot of ish about Chris Paul, but as a basketball player, I will not talk about him. He has one of the highest IQs I've ever seen. Legit.
Facts.
No cap.
So
it's like I gotta wait for the joke when you're saying something about Chris Paul. It's crazy.
Yeah.
He finally said, "Hey, y'all who watch iBall, that's the first time Mace has been seriously giving a compliment to Chris Paul. Probably
ever. Because this is because you got to think this is a hard list to put because, like you said, there's too many people that can go anywhere, but you got to be specific about where you put a person because
don't walk. Don't walk your compliment back though, B.
I still don't like the nigga, but he right.
So
backhand compliment.
So for defense, it was clear Hakeem Olajuwon for defense. He is the best defender that the Houston Rockets has ever had. He actually leads the franchise in both blocks and steals from the center position. You know what I'm saying? As far as defense, the other honorable mentions, I could have went Shane Battier, Moses Malone, or coked up Vernon Maxwell. Scoring, I picked man's just got his orange jacket. He is literally a top 10 all-time NBA scorer all time. My nigga Melo. I got Carmelo Anthony for scoring. Outside of
Nah,
Carmelo, you could have went Tracy McGrady, James Harden, or Kevin Durant.
you can't use Houston Melo on this list, man. Nah.
Wait,
No,
I don't wait. Oh, wait, it's
it's
just
not Houston Melo per se, but
it's just
because he
period.
played for the
Who
team.
put the
I
jersey?
feel you, but in my list, if I felt like you had to be doing something in that role
That wasn't the
on that,
rules though. The rules was just at the
you're
position
supposed to
playing
keep
the
it
jersey.
genuine. You're supposed to keep
I'll
it
allow
genuine.
But
it.
scoring for me is Melo because no matter where he was on the court, you had to guard him. He could shoot the long ball, the mid range, close range. No matter
Yeah.
wherever he had the ball in his hands, that you had to guard him.
Melo is one of my favorite players ever. I would never be mad at Melo going on any list. So
Absolutely.
I'm trolling.
Factual.
I'm trolling, obviously.
Yeah,
But
So
you know.
that's why I
it's
didn't put him on here because I'm like, I thought about him and I'm like, nah, Melo, my memories of Melo in that Rockets uniform ain't what they supposed to be. So I'm
oh
not.
yeah, it hurts, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just taking it for the player in their prime who just happened to wear the jersey when they were there.
Nah, I don't like that, man. Yeah,
But it's
So
fair.
I got you.
so
Yeah.
athleticism, I went Tracy McGrady for,
Pause.
for the simple fact that Kobe Bean Bryant said out of his mouth. We already alluded to this earlier. He could do everything I could do. He just happens to be 6'8". Now,
Mm,
6'8",
mm.
And he
vertical
said,
league.
and super athletic.
Hey, I'm just talking my ish. I gotta give you pushback because if you're gonna use Melo, why wouldn't you use Russ for athleticism for this list? Because Russ at his peak athleticism, bro. Like what are you talking
He
about?
could have used a couple niggas before.
That's what
There's
I'm saying.
a
Like, how are you going to use Melo for scoring, but use Tracy for this, but not Russ, who is athletically beyond gifted past Tracy? If you watch the highlight, we're talking about just athleticism, nothing else.
right
Like, what? Why didn't you go Russ?
because at the end of the day, and that was my dilemma with athleticism. It was either going to be Tracy McGrady, Russell Westbrook, or Dwight Howard. Because Dwight Howard, for his size, was freakishly athletic. Russell Westbrook, for his size, was freakishly athletic. But at the end of the day, when
I
you're
got a
building a
sleeper.
team and you gotta have a super athletic nigga on your team, are you going with 6'4" athletic or are you going 6'8"?
I
I'm
would
going
technically go
athletic,
7 foot.
the
I'd go
most
7'6" for them
athletic.
with the white.
Nah, man.
But
I'm going with
because
the
of the
most.
but because of the other categories, and I knew I had to put Tracy McGrady as a primary on one of these categories because it wasn't going to be body because the nigga's injury prone. So I was like, okay, I'll give him athleticism because he was crazy athletic for his height.
Okay, question. Why didn't you give Tracy McGrady scoring if he can do more than James Harden can do physically with legitimately scoring, basket, back to the basket, 3-pointer, all that? Like Tracy McGrady said, he has everything, even from a finishing standpoint. Why didn't you put him at scoring? I'm not saying you're wrong. I
Because
just wonder why you didn't do it.
because I edged Carmelo Anthony over Tracy McGrady.
I got you. Okay. Fair deal.
So rebounding. And my honorable mentions were Dwight Howard, Russell Westbrook, Jalen Green. Even though fuck Jalen Green. But he can jump out the gym. I can't deny that. Rebounding, I went Dwight Howard.
Mm-hmm.
My honorable mentions were Charles Barkley, Yao Ming, and Moses Malone, specifically because Moses Malone is the franchise leader in rebounds.
Facts.
But with the combination of size and athleticism, I need D12 on those boards.
Okay.
Body, I might fuck y'all up with this one, but body, I went Clyde Drexler.
Hell nah.
6'7", 220, didn't really have a lot of injuries in his prime. Just the same Clyde Drexler who gave
That
my
nigga
GOAT the
wasn't
business in the
220, man.
early
They
years.
gassed that on them when they wrote that nigga shit out, man. That nigga wasn't no
But
220.
I mean, he was fit. He wasn't injury prone. You know what I'm saying? He was athletic. You know what I'm saying? Clyde,
That's why
Mike is,
you didn't say him on athleticism, bro. I had to let you live. I'm like, how's he not
but
honorable
it's
mention? Clyde the
Yeah, the
Glide's not
glide,
honorable
bro.
mention.
That's pretty athletic,
I'll
bro.
let you
Name
get
is
your
the
shit off, but
glide.
I'm like, my boy is bugging not having him honorable mention
yeah.
on.
Honorable mention. I should have put him over Jalen Green. No
Yeah,
cap.
before you got him on
Yeah,
body,
bro.
no Diddy pause on the whole body segment of
But
it.
body was a tough one for me. I'm not gonna hold you.
Not for me, man. Let me get to my list,
But
man.
body, I went Clyde. Honorable, I went Melo, Dwight Howard, Steven Adams.
You bugging on that one, my boy.
That's not one that I was proud of.
Steven Adams is crazy.
Handles for me was easy.
He said Steven Adams is crazy.
Hey, that nigga could live a house.
But him being on the list is just crazy to me. That's all. I didn't even think about him.
We're building people, bro.
You're right. You're right. I just wasn't thinking about him at all.
You said that's crazy. Steven Adams on the list.
Did you already say your handles joint?
No, I'm about to get into handles right now.
Right,
so for me, handles was easy. I gave it to Skip.
Yeah, but I said it better be Skip or
I give it to Ray for Austin. Even the honorables were. I mean, you got Steve Francis, Chris Paul, and James Harden.
What about Coutinho?
Coutinho Mobley was slept on.
Yeah, do you have him anywhere as an honorable mention? Coutinho, just wondering.
He should have been honorable mention on shooting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. There's a couple of people.
I didn't do no honorable mention. I did a couple of them, but I can do honorable mention off the top of my head.
Coutinho could have been honorable mention on shooting. Mario Ellie, Kiss of Death.
That's my all right, man. See, you said all the honorable mentions. You naming my list, man. Cut it out with the honorable mentions, man. Stop.
All right, so for the last category, passing, I put Russ because you can't average a triple double without dishing out. You know what I'm saying? Without dropping dimes, and he proved multiple seasons, multiple times that he can get the shit done.
I don't like your list because
people say he was a rebound chaser. And cool, but passing, it's like
I like some of your list, but some of your players I don't like that you didn't put that when they was good on Houston though. You picking people on certain spots that they wasn't good on Houston, and that just it ain't sitting right with me, man. It's just because I did mine the opposite.
Right, because but that end of the day, that's not how I did my list. I just did who wore the uniform and when they, you know what I'm saying? They weren't at their best.
Russ at passing, he wasn't like that. Russ,
I think he's going in prime because they wore a uniform at some point.
Right, because everybody I picked weren't good when they were with Houston. But I'm just thinking about the player as a whole.
Okay.
And then my honorables for passing were Chris Paul, Calvin Murphy, because he is the franchise assist leader, and big fella, I think he's an underrated passer. Alfred Şengün, I like it.
Okay, Mate, you did the Houston list or not?
Nah, I got the other list.
All right, let me fix your.
I want to hear the list, Scoop. Let's hear me talk about it.
Scoop, I made my list based upon at least I'll say most of this is they was fitting this category during their time in Houston. So shooting, I did first. I picked Mario Ellie off top. Now there was a couple of people that I could have chose with him because Houston is not known for having a bunch of shooters, an all-time list.
We did have Robert Horry at one point too.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If Robert Horry is the guy you're thinking of as your top shooter, then you ain't your shooters ain't like that as far as the franchise. So I'm just being honest. I'm unbiased, non-Rockets fan, and just being unbiased. So my shooter, I went with Mario Ellie, and for anybody who out there, y'all may want to disrespect this pick. Yeah, Mario Ellie only had 352 3-pointers made, and he only had 344 games on the Rockets. But that doesn't matter to me because he was a great shooter, mid-range and 3-pointer. He was somebody that stretched the floor out before they was talking about floor stretchers, and it wasn't a lot of black dudes that was stretching the floor like that. He was one of them, and most of his shots came off of jumpers, and he shot a good percentage most of the time. And if he played in this era, he would be shooting 10 to 12 threes a game, and he was shooting he was literally shooting 2 threes a game back then, but he was considered a shooter. So I'm just saying, if you fast forward to these times, Mario Ellie would be killing in this league and would be a great shooter. And if he got to shoot, like I see Jalen Green is on the fucking already have 779 3-pointers made in 307 games as a Houston Rocket. And Mario Ellie played 344 games and made 352 3-pointers. But if he played in this era, he would have shot 700 by now too, and he'd have more 3-pointers made than Jalen Green, because he's a better 3-point shooter than Jalen Green. So that's why I picked Mario Ellie, and a lot of his good years was on the Rockets. And he wasn't just like he wasn't a high volume shooter. They didn't have high volume back there. It was a big man era. For those of y'all who just don't know the era, it was the 85-point games, 83 points a night, 79-point games and shit like that. and bro was out there, solid 10, 11, 12
Hitting them when
points,
they counted.
hitting the threes, and yeah, and contested, uncontested, coming off of screens. He could hit him off the dribble. Mario Elliott was a good player, and especially shooter wise. I put him on the joint, and you could argue other players, but that's my person. Defense, I went with Hakeem, no question. We agreed on that. Athleticism, I'm mad you didn't even mention this nigga, man. Don't ever disrespect this nigga like that again by not mentioning him on the athleticism list. And he played on your team, Scoob. Gerald Green is the number one most athletic nigga that ever put on a Rockets uniform.
Ooh.
Ever.
That's
So
facts. That's
so
facts.
so you didn't even mention him as an honorable mention. So I'm like, this nigga disrespecting my guy like this. I can't believe this. So but Gerald Green is
That's
the
and that's my nigga.
he's more athletic than Clyde the Glide and any nigga you can name. Stevie franchise. I love Steve. Stevie's my honorable mention is Stevie. I
Right,
just
because he
chose
was
a
only like
backup person.
6'2", man. That nigga had bounce.
Yeah, he was 6'2", 6'3", with his shoes on type shit.
And couldn't
And
even
yeah,
palm a basketball.
yeah, cuffing the ball and cocking that bitch back like DeMar DeRozan before DeMar DeRozan. And with the crazy handle, and you can shoot like Stevie Franchise, one of my favorite players ever. So I had to
Yeah,
say
I
him
fucks
as
with
second.
Gerald Green though. I like that.
Yeah, Gerald Green's number one, no question. Any team he was on, he was the most athletic nigga probably in the history of that franchise. But we could argue other niggas, but he literally had MJ athleticism, if not more. And Vince Carter, same vertical as them two. So franchise is my second person. With body, pause. Yao Ming is body, bro. That was an easy pick for me. When you said Clyde and somebody else extra, I'm like, nah, Yao is huge. So he wasn't small either. He wasn't bony, but he had a
Oh, he was
decent.
like 7'6", like 380,
Yeah, he had
370.
weight on him. Yeah, he
But
had
that
weight
but
on
that
him.
weight came with the height because he wasn't no
Yeah,
flabby nigga. Like he was solid to be that fucking big, bro.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I chose him for body, no question.
I fucked with that.
Passing, I put James Harden at passing. I ain't mad at the Russell Westbrook. I understand why you picked him. Russell was a great passer, and even on the Rockets, it was one of them triple double years, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
So he's always gonna get you 10, 11 assists. But obviously he's just not known as a passer. He's more of a they forced him to be a point guard. And you can tell when a guy's a natural point guard. James Harden obviously been playing point guard his whole life, and then he got moved to the two. But
Hmm.
Russell was the opposite. He clearly haven't been playing point guard and got moved to the one, and he been learning. When he had the mid range game going is when he was able to open up his skills as a point guard. But if he can't hit the shots, then his other attributes aren't as prevalent out there. So I had Harden, no question as passing. I could have put him in like you did in different categories. We could have put him in shooting, scoring, and passing and even handles. We could have considered James Harden on there. But passing for James, IQ, CP3, no question. We agreed on that. And I didn't even think about nobody else. It was CP3. Scoring, T-Mac. That's why I put T-Mac, no question. Like I feel like it's disrespectful to put Melo as the scorer, but I understand it's because you put T-Mac somewhere else too. So, but to me, it was like I gotta put T-Mac here because he's the better scorer than anything, and there's no better scorer in Houston history than T-Mac in his prime. So even though it didn't last that long. So rebounding, this is probably the one that I said. This is the one I said was a stretch before the show. Is I chose Barkley, which you chose him as an honorable mention. Barkley was my rebounding, but that's just cause I used Hakeem on defense. So
And
Hakeem was one of the
Barkley's
people.
name was literally the round mound king.
Right. It was like, damn, I already used. I literally have Hakeem scratched out, and then I put Barkley on the side because I
Yeah.
forgot that I had already used Hakeem on the other joint. And then handles we agreed on. Skip to my loot, but I put
Mm.
Skip slash Stevie franchise because
Yep.
I don't give a fuck what nobody say, nigga. If all right, if you put Stevie franchise, if he never made the league and that nigga was at Rucker Park for his whole life, he would have been skipped to my Lou.
Facts.
So them niggas is the same to me. Yeah, Skip is obviously the go. He came from street ball having handles, and he fathered the whole hot sauce and professor.
Mhm.
He fathered all of them niggas. So salute to him for that. And Even me, he inspired all of us. He ain't fathered me, but he inspired me. Stevie franchise inspired me more than most people. Like,
Absolutely.
but point
Absolutely.
guard
Beast.
wise, I wanted to be like Stevie franchise. I just never could jump as high as Steve, but wanted to definitely be like Stevie. But yeah. So Skip and Stevie is both together on that. All right, let's go straight to the Lakers list and make sure you start it off.
Let's get it popping. All right. So we're gonna start off with the handle. I went with Jerry West as number one, or Nick Van Axel. You know the game. Don't play with Nick. Nick the quick for a reason. Nick is a monster. We gonna get that out the way now. Passing. I feel like this is a clear cut. We're just gonna go with Magic. Just the Showtime
No
Lakers.
question.
Just not even close. Now, body. Here's where it's at, and I'm gonna explain why I did this. My choice is LeBron.
I'm logging off.
No, listen, bro. You can log off. Listen, you can log off all you want.
But for body, that's valid though.
But you have to understand, you have to let me go through my list, and it's going to make sense. I know who you want to say.
You should have chose that last then.
Nope. I have to choose LeBron because he's 6'9", 250, 1% body fat, and honestly, he's on steroids. What are we gonna do? Like, let's be clear. Like, bro, the nigga's so
curveball that would.
I'm just talking about a physique standpoint. That's all.
That's valid.
That's just physique, nothing else. Because, like you said, hate it or love it, that needle be having that boy at 0% body fat, bro.
Word to Balco.
Yeah, that's facts. Now we're gonna go defense. I went with Michael Cooper. The reason I chose Michael Cooper because them 8 all NBA defensive teams.
I like that.
Because I can't put Kobe there, so I got to put Michael there. And you're gonna agree where I put Kobe. IQ. Let's just get this out the way now. It's fucking Kobe. And we're not even gonna discuss it because it's called Mamba mentality. That's transcended his existence. The fact that the man's not here and people are still using his IQ and what he's done to have successful business practices, it's IQ hands down. And like you said, Meeks, he was a student of the game. When everybody else thought they were good, when T-Mac rested on his laurels, he went and sought Hakeem Olajuwon. He went and sought other greats. He went to learn. He wanted to know how to beat you, break you, dismantle you, what you liked, what you didn't like. Kobe was so ahead of the game, he was sending niggas out the day before games to go eat and stuff. So you came to the game the next day. He was like, oh, you kind of worn out tonight, huh? Now let's run. You gonna run for 60
Kobe
minutes. Get ready.
Would learn your language to talk shit to you in
you
your
understand,
language.
Bro? That IQ is crazy.
Hey, even Phil Jackson will tell you Kobe has the highest IQ ever. Like he was 18 years old in the hotel room only watching tape when everybody was doing everything else. Kobe was demanding that they send the tapes upstairs so he have the tapes of every single game and the tapes of the next opponents along with the game from last night.
He was
every single night,
bro.
Yeah.
So
he was a fucking maniac.
You can put him as if it's an IQ list ever, you could just put
Kobe. It's there. Yeah, it's hands down. Not gonna question.
And just like you said, Mace, it's the fact that people took Mamba mentality and didn't just apply it to basketball. Like they're applying it to life in general.
Yeah, businesses.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
So that's a fire ass pick.
IQ. All right. So scoring, I think you guys are gonna like this one. I went with Luka for scoring, just off GP. However, honorable mention that people don't give enough respect to Lamar Odom with the lefty, bro. That boy could do everything with that basketball. He just didn't have the drive. He could shoot. He could finish. He shot free throws. He could hit the three. He could post. Scoring wise, Lamar Odom was a Swiss Army knife. He was a monster.
If that was an ability category, I would feel you, but I can't give him scoring because he just didn't have no scoring.
The reason I put him in scoring is because he could do everything. That's why I put him.
I feel you.
His ability to do
he's a Swiss Army knife, like
his ability to do everything with the ball was nice.
Yeah.
Athleticism. Honorable mention, Shannon Brown. Give the man some credit.
That's my number one right there.
He's not my number one.
Ain't nobody more athletic than Shannon Brown.
Yes, it is. Bro, I'm about to tell you. Yes, it is. It's Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt is number one. And I'm going to prove it to you. Ready?
Hell nah.
All right, watch this. You're about to lose. Ready? Wilt Chamberlain, 7'1", 7'8" wingspan, 275. He won the high jump, the triple jump in college, and he has a bro. You can't win the triple jump in college and not have athleticism and the high jump, and he has he's 7'1".
If Shannon Brown would have tried to do the high jump in high school, what the fuck you think that nigga would have in college? What you think would have did?
But what I'm saying is, you're talking
He
about a
just
person
probably
who
didn't even play that sport. That's all.
but we're talking about athleticism. A man who won the triple jump.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Gold medal.
I can't dispute
high
it.
jump. Gold medal. 7'1", 7'8" wingspan, 275 on a 7'1" frame. You ever see that man work out, bro, at Venice Beach? That dude was racking. Like, he's a beast.
Nah, no question. You should have put him on body then.
No, I couldn't, because I need him for athleticism, because any man who wins a triple jump in an Olympic sport and then comes back to basketball, bro, that dude's a freak.
I don't like Wilt shit because his shit too inflated. Niggas got too many folklore stories about him.
Listen,
bro.
I'm not going
So
for
I don't know if that nigga won the triple jump and the high jump in the same year. I don't know if I
pull up
it.
the videos, bro. That's what I'm saying. There's videos of this. Like, dude is a freak.
I'm gonna look it up when we get off of here.
Yeah, pull it up. Now, rebounding, I went with Kareem. That was easy because the man, he 34 boards in a single game. Like, come on, bro. Like, he was hawking. Like, we're not even gonna play with that. Yeah. Now, shooting, that was hard for me because I wanted to go statistical, but I also wanted to be logical. So I went Eddie Jones, Big Shot Robert, and Radmanovich, because Radmanovich is the only Laker player that shot a 40% clip 3 years straight in a row without missing any games. Radmanovich is the highest percentage shooter in there. Oh, that's it. That was my last one.
That nigga don't belong on no list ever.
You can, pull up the Lakers statistics. Statistically, he is the best 3-point shooter on the Lakers history because of his 3-point shooting percentage in their history.
No doubt, but fuck no.
So Eddie Jones, Robert Horry, and Radmanovich are shooting because
it's because you put the shooter that you're supposed to put, you put him somewhere else, and you. I'll tell you in a second. I'm letting you finish your list.
Oh, that was the whole list. That was on mine.
Scoob, you didn't do the Lakers, right? I bet. So yeah. All right. So now I like your list.
Go ahead and get into it.
Yeah, I like it. But yeah. So starting off with shooter, you put this guy on handles, and you should have put him on shooter. Jerry West is the best shooter in Lakers history, and I'm not saying it's no question, but I'm saying he got to be up there. And that's why I got Nick the Quick at handles, who was your backup on handles. You should have threw Nick at the 1 on the handles, and then you put Jerry at your 2. I mean at your shooter at the 1, and then your list would have been top tier. But yeah, that's all. So
Jerry West at shooting. Oh
yes, bro, 27 a game.
I trust
and that's before there was a 3-point line. He was shooting Steph Curry threes, and you can watch them videos of him in the finals wetting niggas up from 3. And when there wasn't no 3-point line, they wasn't guarding out there because they're like there ain't no
there's like no point of reference.
And Jerry was the only one out there spraying. And he averaged 27 on his
Jerry
career.
West only shot 47% from the field his whole career. I'm not putting him as the shooter. I trust him more with the ball than I do shooting the ball. If I was going to shoot, I could have put Elgin Baylor at shooting, bro. I didn't because the percentages don't line up. The percentages don't give it to you.
Percentages don't tell the whole story. It never did. Jerry West was 1 on 5 a lot of the time, and he was he's 6 feet tall. And he was shooting, most of his shots were shots, like jumpers and is mid-range and 3-pointers. So his percentage is actually good for the type of shots that he was shooting. So yeah, he's the better shooter than Elgin Baylor and all of them. So there's no question. So yeah, so I got Jerry West as a shooter. Defense, I like Michael Cooper. And then my honorable mention was Ron Artest. And then athleticism, like I said before, I got Shannon Brown. Just because athleticism, yes, we talking about basketball. That's why I didn't include the other things that Wilt did. We talking about athleticism in basketball. Shannon Brown was built. He was in shape like crazy, and then the nigga could jump 50 inches in the air. Literally, he could damn near touch the top of the backboard in his prime. So he was the dude that was jumping over people's heads, and he was just the most athletic Laker I've ever seen. I don't know. So I didn't even put down an honorable mention. Wilt was super athletic too, but Yeah, for a 7-footer. So when you add in all of his 7'1" and stuff, yes, that makes him even crazier. So I'm not disputing anything that Wilt did, except for the folklorish shit. But that you didn't mention none of that though. But I still got to see him do the triple jump and but high jump. But that ain't gonna make me feel better because I know if Shannon Brown went out there and did the high jump, that nigga was finna jump over whatever the fuck they had out there. He was finna be breaking the records. But anyways, body was no question Shaq to me. Passing, no question.
What?
Shaq, are you
Bro, you
serious?
just said, bro, you just argued that Shaq was 350 out of shape and you're going to put him on body? You said his whole career he was like 350.
Bro, did it say athleticism or does it say body?
Body.
All right, so I chose Shaq. He's the hugest body in basketball history. Why are you really arguing that, bro? Cut it out.
Yeah, when you just
Shaq,
sat here,
I chose
bro,
Shaq for body. He's the most dominant player ever because of his body size. Literally, not because of his skill set, because of his body.
One-on-one, he cannot be guarded.
He chose Yao Ming for body on Rockets. So yes.
No, you chose Yao Ming for body.
I did. You didn't do the Rockets.
Bro.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right. So I chose him.
Your list is already flawed. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. So you did. Of course I chose him.
Bro, you spent 20 minutes
the fact
calling
that you arguing Shaq right now is
shape.
crazy. You could have stopped me anywhere else, but you stopped me on Shaq. You looking wild right now. Go ahead.
Because you literally said the man was. Bro, you're bugging. Go ahead. You're right. It's your list. It's your list. Go ahead.
If there's anything Shaq goes on a list for, it's a body list in the Lakers history, bro. Like, come on, like, stop. And yes, he was. It's not denying my point of he was out of shape and all of that shit. So, but guess what? Body in Shaq's prime, because like you said, he played himself into shape by All-Star game, Mace. So the niggas, his body still had him averaging 37 a game in the finals. So yes, obviously I'm choosing Shaq as body. I literally didn't expect you to have any pushback.
I'm surprised you did, honestly.
And who was your body person again?
LeBron.
Exactly, bro. Stop! Don't ever disrespect me like this again.
Don't
ever disrespect me like that again, bro.
You sound
don't ever
absurd,
disrespect me like
bro.
that again, bro.
You
chose LeBron over Shaq for fucking body.
Dude, 6'9", 250, 1% body fat over someone 7 foot 350 pounds.
About his body fat,
bro. Move on with your list.
You also said what contributed to his body fat being so low though.
Balco. Thank you. You gave him credit for Balco. He's not on the list.
Still there, bro. Call it what you want. Look at the number. It's cool. Go ahead.
Lance Armstrong is still there too.
No, he's not. He's barred. He's been kicked out of the Hall of Fame and took everything. Bad point. Moving on, bro.
And he never failed a drug test. He said it out of his
own
mouth.
Yes, he did, which is why he got kicked out of cycling. He failed many drug tests. Once they went back and pulled him, they admitted it and they called it.
He's done, bro. He got caught, but he didn't
because he was cheating.
Right. Just like you said, LeBron is cheating.
Now, bro. Get off
Just like you said, LeBron is cheating. So why are you putting him on the list?
Because even before you got LeBron cheating, he still was full-figured body. Go look at him when he was in the class. Move on. Go ahead, bro. You bugging.
I'm not denying LeBron's been in shape his whole career. Shaq was also in shape a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Like you admitted already. But
I did not.
We're not talking about in shape. It wasn't an in shape subject. It says body. So that's Shaq. If you think about body in NBA history, it's Shaq. No, over anybody. Then it's Wilt Chamberlain.
It'd be Wilt.
Then it's Wilt. No, then it's Wilt. It's Shaq.
All right, go ahead, bro. You're confusing body with power, bro. He's power. You're confusing body with power, bro.
No, I just said body. It just says body. It doesn't have no description. So
okay.
All right. So IQ. I couldn't put him somewhere else, so I put Kareem right here. And Kareem, you can't argue that he doesn't have an IQ. But I'm just saying it's not like he has the highest IQ ever, but I already used everybody else I wanted to use in other places. So Kareem I put for IQ. And it's and then scoring, I put Kobe at scoring. And then Nick Van I already said I had for handles. And then rebounding, my rebounding is a stretch. So I just chose Dennis Rodman because he that's why I said 95% of the time I choose the nigga that's on the team and did great on the team. Dennis Rodman didn't do nothing on the Lakers, but I put him on the rebounding list because I couldn't.
But he was still doing dirty work.
Yeah, I feel like I said about Melo and them, like you can't really argue Dennis Rodman on the rebounding list. So yeah, that's it, man. I don't want no smoke, Mace, man. Leave me alone, man.
Fine, nigga. I hate your list. Move on.
Leave me alone.
I hate your list, nigga.
Whatever, nigga. I don't like your list either. Then
Nigga, yes, you do. You like 75% of my list. Cut it out.
it was cool, but your body, I told you, your body was crazy. No Diddy. But anyways, what's the next topic?
Got some boxing shit.
Yeah, let's get into the boxing, man. Floyd Mayweather versus Mike Tyson, man. How you feeling about it, man?
My initial reaction was they should have never gave his AI. But then the more I started to see it, I was like, oh, so this shit is real.
Yeah, it's not real though. Yeah, it's like really they're trying it to be real, but it's not real. It's an exhibition. Let me add that. It's an exhibition.
Because they're trying to line it up for like what, May of next year?
Whenever I don't even know the date, bro, because I didn't take it that serious.
The first thing that I saw, because like I said, my initial reaction was I thought it was fake. I thought it was an AI generated image. I ain't seen nobody talking about it on TV. I ain't seen no sports analyst say nothing about it. You feel me? So I'm still like, nah.
Stupid, man. If Mike Tyson really fought Floyd, he's gonna break Floyd in half. Floyd will be knocked out in 2 seconds, let alone 10 seconds.
Because even as a nigga in his mid-50s, they are still giving him stipulations in his fights that say, because when he did the charity joint with Roy Jones behind the scenes was like, just don't hit me in my face. And Mike agreed to it.
Which was stupid. Why would y'all fight if you don't want to get hit in the face, dog?
Because Roy knew what time it was.
It was for the bag. Like, that's what Mike and Floyd is doing. They spent too much or whatever. Need a bag.
When Mace was talking about Mamba mentality transcending where it originated, like, that's some Mike Tyson shit. Like, niggas are still scared of this man, and he's 56, 57 years old. Like, they still know Mike still got that dog in him. He's still not all the way there. He still loves the sport as much as he did when he was in his prime years.
He's the old dog off the porch that can't attack no more, dog. Like, he's not a dog no more. Like, no disrespect to Mike, but you seen him biting his gloves and doing that little stupid shit. Like, he's 60 years old, bro. Like, he's still Mike, but a lion that's on his last legs, like, it cannot go up against. But it's not even like he's going up against anything. He's going up against Floyd. They're about to have a pillow fight, dog.
He absolutely does not have the same amount of wind that he used to have, but I still wouldn't want to take a punch from that nigga.
Hell no, nobody want to take a punch from him.
He gonna get tired quick as fuck because he old. But at the same time, as far as raw strength and a nigga stealing on you, I'm like, nah, I'm good, bro.
So do you think it's gonna be a real fight?
I don't think it's a real fight.
Yeah, so it's like it's hard to have the conversation as if it is a real fight.
I feel like this shit was engagement farming on social media. Like, I don't even, in my mind, this shit's not even real.
Yeah, he fought Jake Paul. Like, I don't want to see it, dog.
That shit was stupid, bro.
And they're gonna have some big ass pillow rock'em sock'em gloves on. How you feel, Mace?
I hate everything about it. I hate everything. I hate everything about it. I can honestly say I've been an avid defender. Anybody who knows me of Floyd Mayweather all his career. I've legitimately everything Floyd's done. I pretty much justified why he did it. This is the first time I'm going to say this is stupid. This doesn't make any sense. It's not worth the bag. It's dumb. It's not even just the fact that you guys are two separate sizes. You remember when Oscar De La Hoya fought Shaq?
I forgot about that.
Remember that? Was it De La Hoya?
No,
who was it? No, it was Shane Moses. Sorry, was Shane Moses?
I don't remember.
Shaq fought one of them boys. It was somebody real smart.
I don't remember.
Look, I'm gonna have to do the knowledge, nigga.
Pull it up real quick.
I'll look it up.
Pull up right now. Shaq fought somebody who was like small and had no business fight. I want to say it was De La Hoya or Shane. You look it up. I'm dead serious, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
De La Hoya, you're right.
It was De La Hoya. Go watch that match. It was the stupidest thing you ever see. It was somebody who was bigger, stronger, and just legitimately pushing him around, throwing weak punches. You know, they're just trying to slap each other, stay out the way. It's going to look like that because there's no possible way this is logical. Like, this is the dumbest thing Floyd ever did. Like, I can't I sincerely cannot even begin to be like, yo, Floyd, this is it. And Floyd looked like Floyd always throwing money around, but he looked like a real clown on it, getting more money, getting more money. Nigga, you about to fight a 60-year-old man, bro. Yeah, that's it right here.
37-year-old Shaq.
Yeah,
because
look at
my
this, bro.
nigga, because you don't need the bag.
Not
Not
Bernard
even,
Hopkins.
You ain't
bro.
hurting for the
I've never
bread.
watched this before, dog.
Bro, listen to me. When you get a chance, watch this stupid highlights. It is the most asinine thing you're gonna probably ever see.
Yeah, it looks stupid already.
This is
Yeah,
what
and it's like
this is
they
what
agreed
Shaq
to
and
like let's
this is
throw
what
little
Floyd.
punches and bunches real quick, and then but we're gonna just play around half the
Oh,
fight.
at one point, bro. At one point, pause. Shaq gets on his knees and starts throwing punches because he's too tall.
Yeah, I ain't wasting my time on this shit.
So what I'm using that to say this. That's what you're looking at. You're looking at someone twice as big, twice as strong, who's going to occupy more space, essentially chase around somebody who isn't going to fight. And let's be clear, Floyd already don't engage.
Right.
You really about to double not engage against Tyson. And like you said, Tyson, he got that mentality. He got to bite his glove and, and bring yourself down. And that's the truth. And Floyd ain't knocking him out, and he not knocking Floyd out. This isn't logical. Floyd doesn't need this money. It's stupid. It's just dumb. And it's the first time I can say, Floyd, go sit your dumb ass down and retire, please, for good. Like no more exhibition matches, no more jokes, no more going over to Japan and fighting kickboxers. Go sit down. Because if you go through with this spectacle, I honestly will never defend your legacy again because you're a fucking clown for this.
Man, you
You're
might as well
100% clown for this.
stop now because Floyd is going to do this for the next 20 years, bro. Floyd's going to be 60, 50 years old, still doing exhibitions. As long as the names make sense and the money makes sense, Floyd is going to be there, bro. He's his own promotion, and he's going to do that forever.
I gave it to him. Remember when he went to Japan and fought that little kickboxer dude, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got the
And the
bag over
dude
there.
fake knocked out. He fake
Yeah,
fell
you know what I'm
out.
saying? Then he went over to Taiwan, I think, and fought some dude. But they're quote unquote fighters. They're just young and stupid trying to get money. Bro, you're about to fight Tyson, who just was on TV with his ass pointed out doing a humiliation ritual. Now you're about to get in here and fight this man. For what?
Humiliation ritual is the biggest facts of the night.
Get out of here, bro. This is like we said, bro, this is the kind of shit they stop doing. This is why boxing is a joke. And this is whoever's sanctioning this crap should be legitimately take their license. There's no way I don't care. There's no way you can hit a 60-year-old man in his head. I don't care what he used to do in his existence. If you punch a 60-year-old man in his head, you can expect everything that's going to come with. I don't give a fuck how hard you hit or not. It's just what it is.
His insurance better be crazy. And
yeah, I don't care if you're wearing 20-ounce gloves. They're normally 16, but I don't care if you're wearing 20-ounce glove. Hit a 60-year-old man in the head with a 20-ounce glove on right now. I don't care what he did. His brain's going to rattle and it's going to destroy him. It's just what it is.
And Floyd Mayweather, he's not going to hit him like that, regardless.
But you don't even want to see that, bro. Like, who wants to see that?
And Floyd old enough to catch the wrong one from Mike Tyson too, though, and he could be out of there too if they actually fought.
But it's what you said. They're not going to let that happen.
Right.
And it's a waste. It's just a giant waste. And I blame Jake Paul for a lot of this shit too. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yep. I blame him for the stupid.
And they should just say they're gonna spar. Like let's do a pay-per-view sparring match with Mike Tyson and Floyd. We would still want to watch that. I would want to watch them actually try to spar each other, see who would be able to get the best of each other. But for y'all to fake fight and then I'm gonna let you get a couple punches here and I'm gonna let me get a couple punches. That shit's corny, B. I don't.
You gonna swing? I'm gonna duck back, do my little
and
all the no, bro.
They WWE
Tyson gonna do
scripted.
a little this and this and we.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that shit, bro. It's scripted and it's ugly.
Yeah, you're ruining your legacies, man. We know you for doing what you did, but this is the get the bag era. I understand. They got to get the bag, but I won't be paying for that shit, nor will I be. Don't invite me over unless you got some real good food. Don't invite me over to watch that.
Yeah, bro. I'm not even playing with that. I'm not even gonna play with that. We'll probably talk about it off highlight rip unless someone get knocked out. I don't even want to talk about it the next day because you know what it's like you said. It's gonna be a bunch of pillow fighting, kiki and laughing, and all the shit that Tyson's talked about Floyd. It's gonna be over. He's gonna raise his hand. Yeah, Floyd. Yeah, like shut the get out of here.
And they're gonna be backstage. You're like, hey, Floyd, how much you got paid? Shit, this is how much I got paid.
Hey, remember what Jake Paul said after the fight? I got your money. I got your money. Show the nigga lip saying that I got your money.
Yep. Thank you for doing this, man. I just need you to put on this show with me. This WWE. WWE for sure. All right, let's talk about Bud versus Canelo real quick. We talked about it before. So the fight's about to come up. So Let's talk about how you feel real quick. And real quick, do you know how many rounds the Tyson and Floyd fight supposed to be? And
Probably only
who is it going through? Like who's the promotion?
Uh,
probably
Obviously, it's
gonna
gonna
be.
be
I saw a
Mayweather promotion.
screenshot, thought it was
You know
AI.
it's gonna be
I didn't even
TMT.
look into it.
I don't
You
mean
know it's gonna
promotion.
be
I mean like
Mayweather
what
promotion.
network is it going through?
Probably
Oh,
Netflix again.
Oh, yep, there it is. That's how they're gonna get
Yeah.
people to watch it. They're just gonna put it on Netflix and it's gonna be part of your
Yep.
subscription, all that shit.
what was the last fight they showed on Netflix?
Tyson
Jake Paul.
and then they had those two girls fight off the undercard too.
I just hope they
I
get
don't
their shit
remember.
together because there was so many people on that server that fight was super laggy.
Yeah.
And like I couldn't even watch it I hope Netflix got a plan, you know what I'm saying,
Man, fuck
for
that shit.
future events. Cause this one is gonna be a lot of eyes watching this shit too.
Yo, follow me. Quick check on you. It's 2 minute, 8 2-minute rounds. Sorry, 8 2-minute rounds.
Oh, what the fuck is that, bro?
That's Tyson Neal's 8 minutes.
That's literally telling y'all like they 2 minutes of fake fight and then they go sit down real quick. Yeah,
They're gonna fight for the last 10 seconds,
literally.
and that's when Floyd gonna do his full movements and all the control.
All right, School. Who you got? Bud or Canelo, man? You ain't gotta think that long, man. Bud about to bust Canelo up.
I ain't gonna lie, I do have Bud.
Mace, you got Canelo?
I'm not sleeping on Canelo, but I do got Bud.
I feel like you chose Bud last time.
I did. And remember when I chose Bud, I said exactly what was going to happen. I said Bud and Arrow are going to fight. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be bad. I said Arrow's going to get killed. And I said it's going to be within the first 3 rounds you're going to see. Remember, you can play it. I said within the first 3 rounds, Arrow's going to get embarrassed. And by the end of the round, by the end of the fight, you're going to wish you never did this. And that's exactly what happened. And I'm telling you right now, Canelo's going to beat Bud. I'm not saying he's going to knock him out. I'm not saying that at all. The reason is because two things. Number one, Bud starts really slow. Let's just be clear. He does. Go watch his fight.
Yeah,
and it's not.
He got to fill out his opponent the first 4 rounds at least.
And that you can't fill out
or
4
2
rounds.
He usually 2 or 3.
He fills out the first 2. Third, he turns up. Let's be clear, you can't do that with Canelo because Canelo doesn't play that game. Like you can't afford to fill out Canelo because first round Canelo's going to hit it. He's not going to drop the bombs on you, but he gonna make sure you understand what it is. Second round, Canelo doesn't start slow. Canelo's full speed from the moment the bell rings. He's going to try to walk him down.
And he's a bigger fighter.
Yeah, I'm not saying Bud can't deal with it. He's going to deal with it, but it's different. You can't afford to go down 3-0 against him early in the game for 2 reasons. Number one, because he's a pressure fighter. So when you're trying to get back in it, he's going to go with you. And number two, let's be clear. The judges are already going to be on Canelo's side. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's just what it is. Like, it's no disrespect. We know boxing is corrupt. Canelo is prime. He's the golden boy. And that's why he's making so much money. They're not going to let him. Even when he fought, who did he fight? Who just come out fighting? Fuck. Who did Bud just come out fighting? What's that boy's name? Fact check me. Bud just came out fighting someone before he fought Canelo. Was it Madrigal? Was it Mitchell? Pull it up. But what I'm saying is, Bud wasn't allowed to lose that fight because they knew they were going to announce this fight. And when you watch that fight, it was way closer than it should have been. Like, you could argue that he won. They gave Bud some rounds he shouldn't have because they were going to pre-announce this fight between him and Canelo. And if he lost that fight, it would mess up the bag. So now that he's gotten to this point, he's had to do everything to get here. He's here. Thank you, Madrimal. Did you watch the Madrimal fight?
Mm-hmm.
It was sloppy. It was not a good fight. It was bad. But if you watch it, the scoring, it was closer than it should have been. That's what I'm saying. Because they knew they couldn't let Bud drop this fight. That's why Canelo was already basically at ringside. He was like, yo, you're going to win this fight. We're going to bring him in. We're going to do the 1-2. So boxing is rigged as it is. Now it's the point where it's not rigged at this point. The only rigging you can do in this fight is the judges. Those little close rounds are going to give to Canelo. Just be real. If it's a close round, Canelo's going to get it. I don't care what Bud does. So I'm pairing that with Bud starting slow for 3 straight rounds, and then the judges being against him in those middle rounds. Once he starts heating up, they're going to take one from him. So I got it going the distance. I got him getting a majority decision. I don't got Bud getting destroyed or nothing like that. I just think they're going to give Canelo the fight because the judges are on his side, and Bud's going to take too long to get in his ass paused. That's the only reason. Not a skill thing. It's not a skill thing.
I can't argue with that.
Only reason I disagree with you, with your outcome. I like your opinion though, and I do see that it could go that way, but I don't think Bud's going to take that long. He's been watching Canelo. He's been studying. He's been waiting on this fight. This is the fight he's really prepared for. Just like he came with it against Errol Spence. Errol Spence and him was talking shit for 8, 9 years, and when it was time to, he was more than ready for Errol. And Errol is not as good as Canelo, but I'll definitely Canelo's the bigger fighter, so it's gonna if Terrence is not in the right type of shape, which I expect him to be, the weight difference will weigh on him in those first couple of rounds, especially if he's taking too long to get to his point. And I know for the first 2 rounds he's gonna feel him out. But by the third round, he's gonna understand what Canelo wants to do, what Canelo's trying to do to him. And Canelo really fights one way.
He does.
That's the other thing. And Bud is a crafty with it. Bud can switch it up. Bud can do different things that Canelo can't really do. He's more technical than Canelo, and Canelo's a stronger puncher. But as technical as Bud is, his punches be just as strong because he's got that Floyd Mayweather counter punching ability. That be just that's what fucked Errol Spence up. He was just getting countered to death because he already know you like the 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. He figured out your style and then was fucking you up. I see the same thing happening with Canelo. He's gonna rewatch Floyd Mayweather. All you gotta do is rewatch him versus Floyd. And yes, he's switched up and gotten a lot better since then.
He learned to lock that ass open.
Yeah, but Canelo fights just like he did against Floyd, and that works against everybody but a nigga like Floyd. And Bud is the closest nigga to Floyd that we've seen in this era. So I'm going with Bud. I do agree with you mainly about the point differential. If Bud's gonna have to fuck him up like he did Errol, so that he cannot let it go to the judges, because yeah, he's gonna give up the first 2 rounds and then like you said the close rounds. So I just expect Bud to dominate. But I trust me, I'm gonna be shitting bricks by the third or fourth round if Bud ain't started turning up, because I'm gonna know, bro, it's only 12 of these bitches, nigga. If you ain't scoring them rounds in the first 6 rounds, you're gonna have to dominate the rest of the fight. And this is not that kind of guy, like you said, is just gonna let you dominate him for the whole second half of the fight.
Canelo gonna fuck around and put him in a position where he has no choice but to knock him out.
And that's what he doesn't need. Like Bud can't get to that point. That's what I'm saying. And that's my fear, because if it gets to that point, that's what Canelo wants. Canelo's like, yeah, because if Canelo got you on points, he's cocky. You've seen him fight. He's gonna walk you down. He's gonna dare you, like, go ahead, throw all you want to, and he's gonna pick you apart. That's why, like you said, Bud's got to be technical, and he's got to come out the gate on it. Because if he dropped those first 2 rounds, I'm telling you right now, we're gonna have the conversation again. We're going to go back and say, yo, they stole about 2 rounds from Bud that they shouldn't have, because they're going to do it to him. They're going to do it to him. A close round that you can't decide the winner, watch the scorecards. I guarantee you all 3 judges are going to give it to Canelo, no matter what the numbers are. If your eyes say it's close, you might as well say Canelo got it. I guarantee you.
Yeah, that's what
Bud gotta be surgical early.
Yeah, he does.
Because if Canelo turns Bud into Deontay Wilder, where nigga, you have no choice but to win this fight with a Hail Mary punch. Yeah, Canelo is Canelo all day.
Do we know what weight they're fighting at?
That's why. Oh shit, I don't know.
Makes you know what weight?
160. Was it 167? Is it 167?
Oh yeah, because Bud went up.
Yeah, I think it's 167. I think it's 167 or 164.
And I haven't seen Bud at that weight either, so that may
his physique looks really good though. Like
yeah.
Because here's the thing. I didn't take that weight thing into consideration for one reason. People don't know this. I'm not disrespecting him. He's a weight bully. I'm not being wrong about it. He's a weight bully. That's what Terrence Crawford does. Just like people love what you call it, young boy, big mouth. Always in trouble. Javante, he's a weight bully. Javante will not move up in weight. He will make you come down to 135 and fight. Even if you're 150, you're going to come down to fight him. He's the same way. He walks around at about 160, 165. That's his walking around weight. He just cuts to 147 so he can dominate. So I'm not worried about him being like, he can't handle the weight. If you watch Bud, he walks around at about 165, 170. So I'm not worried about that, a weight thing for him. It's fine.
But it's versus Canelo, who's always fighting at that weight as
Yeah,
opposed to just walking around at it.
yeah,
That's the difference to me. It's
That's what
like
he comfortable with.
it's Bud gonna still have his speed at that at 167. That's what I'm
that's a
considering.
fact. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. I'm not worried about people are acting like it. I remember when Roy Jones went up to light heavyweight. It was like he lost everything. It was like
Yeah.
because you're not supposed to go that far. You don't even walk around that way. If you ever see Bud when he's not fighting and he's just doing benches and lifts and deadlifts, he's about 170. So his
Yeah.
strength, I'm not worried about that carrying that point. That's what I mean. People act like he's gonna be sluggish. Like, no, the boy's in shape at all times. Like he
Yeah.
don't take no
Yeah.
breaks. Like he out here
It's just
again.
about his punching speed,
There
but
you go.
but his counters are what they are. But Canelo plays good is a good defender also. So I'm just worried about if he has his speed. But if Bud is who I know him to be, I think he's going to win these. He's going to have to dominate, just like Floyd used to know. Floyd used to have that same thing. Everybody came for Floyd to lose every fight. And if he didn't dominate on the scorecards, because we know he ain't going to knock you out 90% of the time. So he got to dominate on scorecards. And Floyd, he didn't usually wait as long as Bud, but some guys he did. Or some guys like Shane Mosley and them would catch him early.
Mm-hmm.
But then Floyd had to get himself together. Um, and then dominate the rest of the fight because that was the
Yeah.
one fight that I thought he was really going to lose was Shane Mosley. When Shane
Floyd
almost knocked
adapted,
him
bro.
out, I was like, "Fuck, bro! Like Floyd, how is Floyd gonna come back?" But we got to see that was my favorite Floyd fight because his resilience on the comeback was so crazy. Because to be stumbling and then to be able to fight 10 good rounds after that is wild as fuck. Like
If Bud can't go, I'll be honest with you, clear. If Bud can't go down 4 rounds to 2, he can't do that. If he goes down 4 rounds to 2, he's in trouble. Like you cannot get halfway through this fight and be down four
he
two.
ain't going down 4-2. It'll
That's
be
what I'm
two
saying.
two after four. I think.
He got to be 3-3, 5-1. Like I'm saying, he cannot be down 4-2. If you're down 4-2 going into that round, you're going to be in trouble because now that's when Canelo's going to be like, oh, I'm halfway done with this. Now you're going to steal
Yeah.
2 rounds, and now I'm going to turn you into, I'm going to walk you down and make you knock me out.
Yeah, they
He
want
don't
him to
want
get that zero. They want him to get that zero removed. That's what they want for all the black
Yep,
fighters.
they do.
They wasn't able to get Floyd, but they want to get Buds out of there.
Yeah, they do. And they
And
want to be
it's
Canelo.
gonna take away all of his allure, all of his aura, if he gets a one on his record.
Yeah.
And then, but he'll still be able to get that rematch with Canelo, no matter what happens. So the money.
Actually, he said there's no rematch.
Who said that?
But he said there's no rematch clause.
It ain't gonna be no clause, but depending on what happens in this fight, they're gonna rematch, bro. There's too much money involved.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna put on the show, both of them. It's gonna be we're gonna realize this is the fight that we wanted to see and haven't seen.
Yeah.
There's no way this could be a
Honestly,
bad fight. Like I can't see this as a bad fight.
I was hoping Canelo, for me personally, I was hoping Canelo would, I won't say slowed down. You know how you get later in your fight career, you kind of move, switch a little bit. He hasn't, bro. Like he
Nah,
hasn't. It's nothing changing about him. Like his style
yeah,
has not since that ass
he
when he
got
got my
better.
foot.
He learned from that ass
That's the
whooping.
thing, bro. Like even when he
Hmm.
fought Bivol, it didn't matter what he did. It was like, damn, bro. Like you went up to cruiserweight and you didn't change. Like he's not getting like he didn't go. I'm a cherry pick and slow down. Like nah, bro. He's still
Yeah, but Bud
walking.
is different. I feel like that red face that he had against Floyd the whole fight because he was getting his face fucked up. He wasn't ready for none of them counters. I feel like the shit that he likes to do is gonna he might get really beat bad in his joint, man. I think it'll be close just because of the scorecards, but one of
You know who he has to
Bud's
fight?
gonna look like he beat that nigga up. Like Bud always looked like he wasn't in the fight at the end.
He has good
That's how it's
he
gonna
has
look.
good scarring tissue on his face, but he's real good at that. You know who has to fight him like real talk? He has to fight him like Triple G. He got to fight him like the Love Kid. If he fights him like Triple G did, he gonna cruise that. Because Triple G and him have a lot of similarity. They're
Yeah.
willing to brawl with you, but that technical and that counter punch will sit Canelo's ass down. You still sting him, he'll take that step back.
And Bud is faster than Triple G, bro. Like
Yeah,
Canelo's not gonna see that shit coming. Canelo's doesn't have good defense, bro. That big ass head don't move that fast, dog. That's why Floyd was able to beat him. As good as he is on offense and as dominant as he is, and he good defense against mediocre fighters.
yeah, of
But
course.
that target is too big, man. I'm just telling you. Bud finna have a field day, man.
He got to, man.
All right, last topic, man. Let's get into this dummy.
I almost forgot about this
Hey,
shit, man.
no disrespect to Michael Beasley, bro, but Why would you
Oh
do
my
this? Why would you
God.
do this to yourself, dog? I didn't know. I didn't never know he would say something this wild, my nigga.
I think Kodak better than Kendrick.
What? Bees,
Yeah.
come on, Bees.
Do it.
That's like saying I think I'm better than you and who?
No, it's not like that.
Yes, it is.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
You said Kodak is better than
Because
Kendrick.
I can give you arguments. You can't give me not one
Yes, the
argument to
fuck I
support your
can.
point. To support what, nigga?
Nigga, Kodak can't fuck with Kendrick on his best day.
He can't make a better song.
No.
He can't make a better song.
He
can't
makes
make
a way better
He
song.
don't got more hits.
He's a way better
He
artist.
don't got more
He
hits.
got way better albums. He got way more
Trash.
hits. He sold way more records.
Oh, you making me call
look
Kendrick
up the
trash.
sales.
Kendrick ain't trash.
Look up the sales.
Kendrick ain't trash.
Look up the sales of Kendrick Lamar records versus Kodak Black.
Kendrick ain't nothing but Eminem, nigga. Okay, I hear your sale, but ain't nobody playing that shit. My top 5 right now: Thug, Drake, Future, YB, and Kodak.
Which one of them is hotter than Kendrick right now?
All of them.
That shit legit pissed me off, bro. Mike Beasley, man, we like you as a hooper, bro. And I want to see you beat everybody in one-on-one, dog, except for Melo. Don't disrespect Melo like that again. But bro, what are you? How old are you? Mike Beasley's like 40 years old, dog. Did he say YB is the top 5 rapper? I swear to God on my life, I can't name one YB song.
I mean, better, bro.
And y'all call me an old nigga or something, but I can't name one, maybe one. I can't name 2 YB songs because I'm not a young nigga. I'm not a YN.
He's 36.
B's 36. All right, so he the same age as me.
He's born 89.
I've never listened to YB. I like a couple of Kodak songs. Don't get me wrong. Kodak has got a couple of joints that ride. But to compare him to Kendrick is just one of the dumbest things I've ever heard anybody say.
The 5 people you named, the statistically the hottest nigga out of the 5 niggas you named was Drake, and you saw what the fuck Kendrick just did with that nigga.
Drake is not, and I guess he said top 5 artists.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Yeah, like Drake is crazy. And what Future based upon what? Future don't even drop music as much as he used to. So that's his favorite artist playlist, I guess.
That's what he likes to listen to for his hoop, I guess, when he's working out.
Yeah,
and the one we didn't say the most, bro. But the Young Thug dogs, like that's your number 1?
That was the number 1.
That's crazy, bro. I hate this whole generation, dog. I don't like it. The fact that y'all actually call this man Young Thug and y'all call him Thug all day, and he wore a dress on his album cover. And he called his homeboys Bay and all that.
You should have seen the shit he just said recently.
I can't even follow it because it's like, of course he's doing all this clown shit. But y'all making dudes like this popular though. And to the point where Mike Beasley is arguing that he's the number 1 artist, bro.
Nigga, and when Thug
he's not even dropping music.
When Thug first came out, I couldn't even understand the shit he was saying.
Yeah, nobody could. So how is he a top anything when we don't know what the fuck he's saying? He literally, when they were saying mumble rap, it was because of him.
Bro, he said sales. He literally brought up sales. Like, nigga, are you serious?
Just say that's your personal preference, my nigga.
Yeah.
My man brought up sales against Kendrick. Look up the sales. He got more.
Then you compared him to Eminem. So you compared him to another really good rapper, and you're comparing these singing auto-tune niggas to real rappers. And I'm not saying nothing wrong with singing the auto-tune, but that's all they do. They don't have lyrics. Like, this is a rap. It's not a singing list. It's a rapping list. So Drake is not on no rapping list or top 5 either. If we're talking about raps.
Yeah. How you gonna even right these wrongs when you don't even write your
these songs?
Stop
it. Man,
you don't even write your songs.
But he a top 5 rapper, but he's a top 5 reciter. He reciting raps. Is that rapping?
Yeah.
Yeah, Beasley, if you a part of the City Boys is down 1 trillion points because of this dumb shit you said, my boy. But we still support you, my guy. And but that was crazy, my nigga. Don't ever talk about rap again. Just shut the hell up when it comes to
Keep it
rap.
basketball, bro.
Yeah, but talk about basketball, nigga. Shut the hell up about me.
Line up another one, or line up another 1v1.
Yeah, bro, get him popping.
And when you do, don't sing Young Thug songs to the nigga across from you in a sensual manner, because that shit is rainbow behavior.
He might start singing Drake when he start gardening.
What song you gonna sing? Baby, you my everything.
He gonna
You
sing,
all my ever wanted.
he gonna sing Marvin's Room to that too.
Because look, you already said leading
Cups
up,
full of rose.
leading up to the last 1v1. You talked about how the defender you make niggas shake ass. I let that shit slide.
Yo,
I let that shit slide because
Hey,
I was like, yo, you basically said that to say niggas can't guard you, and I said, you know what?
And nah, he wasn't saying that because the nigga, then he was like, nah, I'm gonna make you shake ass, nigga. Like you ain't talking about guarding me at that point, be like, you want some Diddy shit at that point.
This game is over, nigga.
Well, but,
nigga, fuck
you know what?
About, nigga.
But you know what?
Send
In
the
my
money
mind,
back,
in my mind, I had to be like, you know what? This is basketball.
He playing
I don't like the
basketball.
way he said it. I don't like the way he said it.
Cut it
But
out,
I understand what he's saying. I said, you know what?
You don't.
I said, you know what? Just
That
go
nigga
ahead.
said,
Just go ahead and get Lance out of here, so we can on
that
to
nigga
the
said, you
next.
better bring your dancing shoes, nigga. I'm about to have you shaking ass, nigga.
Cups of the rose.
But I'm gonna do it to you real nice and slow. You understand? I'm gonna do it to you sexy. You understand? I'm gonna make them people love you tonight. You understand? For real. I'm gonna make the people love you. Already. I'm gonna have you shaking ass, nigga. Make you dance, Lance. No, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna make you dance, Lance. We gonna get straight to it, nigga. I'm gonna bring my dancing shoes and I'm gonna tap all over that court. You understand? You better. I ain't all this shaking ass. No. Nobody in the world ever did that. I'm talking, okay? I like to see your eyes when I speak, nigga. You understand? I like to see your soul when I look into them. You understand, nigga? You understand, nigga? I can't wait to get you out there, nigga. I'm gonna be looking at your back, nigga. Hey, yo. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga. I'm gonna make you shake ass, nigga. Never. Ain't bringing no condoms. Do it to you, nigga. Hey, yo. Hey. I'm gonna do it to you real sexy, nigga. Oh, I love that. This is, ooh. Better move, nigga. Ooh. I'm sorry, nigga, baby.
Bro.
Yeah, bro.
You gotta think of other ways to say
that nigga's talking like he been to prison a couple of times, and he was a Oz extra on Oz.
Look at the extra on Oz.
Chill, bro. Get back to the Me Against the World Bees when you was on the Pivot podcast, and it was just raw emotion. All I care about is basketball. Get back to that.
That nigga was screaming at the beginning. When I seen him screaming at the beginning, I'm like, bro is on he like Young Thug. Don't them niggas talk about popping beans and shit all day? Y'all niggas, bro had to be on a bean when he said that list right there, man.
Yeah, because I mean, you competitive as fuck, and I appreciate that shit, bro. Like, I remember there was one video he's walking to the gym, and every nigga he walked past, he was like, "I give you a bucket." Yeah, I give you a bucket too. Like I like that.
I like that energy. I love that.
You feel me? Like just.
But walking past every nigga saying, "I'll make you shake ass. I'll make you shake ass
right now, nigga."
Yo. All right, man. We gotta get show's over, man. iBall Network Podcast episode 100 concluded, man. We appreciate all y'all watching, man. We appreciate all the subscribers, all the streamers. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new. Make sure you hit the like button if you appreciate the content, man. We appreciate y'all. So please show the love by hitting that like button. It's free. Cost you nothing, man. Make sure you hit the share button also, man, so we can get out in this algorithm, man. iBall Network Podcast. I'm your host, Jay Meeks. Anything else you got to say, my boys?
Full of rose. I'm done.
Like Scoob said, you ain't got to like it, but you got to respect it. Hit that motherfucking like button, man. Hit the subscribe, man. We appreciate y'all. Follow us on all the social media. We out of here, bro. Salute.